All right, how's everybody doing today? Doing all right. I know it's a Monday. It's like so gloomy outside. It's getting dark. But I want you first, before we even get into anything, pat yourselves on the back. This is like the very last launch, so for the semester. So give yourselves a clap. I want to hear a hand clap. I'm not sure if everybody's been to every one, but I've definitely seen some faces that have been to a past few. So just want you to give yourselves a pat on the back on that real quick. So today, the main subject, networking on LinkedIn. That's the big thing. And so my name is Neil Hairston. I'm a senior majoring in psychology.
My name is Sunil Bain. This is my second semester as a career ambassador, and I'm a sophomore majoring in chemical engineering.
My name is Logan Tutrani. This is my first semester as a career ambassador, and I'm a major in accounting.
Yeah. All right. So I know once we start off, before we even move too forward, I'm sure one really interesting thing about this cover slide is you see these beautiful 3 characters right here. So this is going to be a very interactive launch. We're going to be talking a lot back and forth with each other. And so I want you to just get to know us a little bit better. So us 3 right here, little fact about us, big anime that all 3 of us like. It's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And these are our favorite little characters from it. There are these things called stands. They're like guardian spirits. I would say I would pay attention to these names. It may pop up later. Hint, hint. But anyway, so my favorite right here, Stairway to Heaven, or also known as Made in Heaven.
I know we're all nerds, and I apologize for that, but my favorite is Weather Report.
And I figured they're both of them put together. My favorite is Silver Chariot.
All right. So just so you know us a little bit better, anyway, moving forward, so go ahead. We're gonna have you. So we have these team tables right here. So before we even go really into the meat of LinkedIn and networking on it, these are all teams. I want you in your teams to come up with a team name and 2 to 3 things that you all collectively want to get out of this launch today. All right, so I'm going to give you some time to do that. All right, go on ahead and do
The Sailor Scouts. I mean, it's from the end. I only really know because my friend is
So they're working on LinkedIn. What does that mean to you? Out of curiosity.
I don't care.
Like, what did you think?
So is Sailor Scouts what you're going with, or is that just a suggestion?
That was our suggestion.
Is there any disagreement with that?
Okay.
I would
Any other ones?
You do?
Yeah.
My family is obsessed with it and made me like watch the whole thing except for season 5.
So, I mean, yeah. Just wanted to I'm curious. What is your team name? Oh, no. Come on. We got to go.
So is there anything exactly
It felt like
we're
I understand.
looking forward to when we came here? What exactly you want to
It could be something,
like see or learn about?
but I believe y'all can do this.
Or just like whatever comes to you?
I mean, after you go. Okay, helpful like get them started. And then they count the stuff. They count from
I guess like know what it is, like LinkedIn, because I've heard about it before and I know I need to make one, but I really don't know.
my parents explained to me as business Facebook.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, this is like the second launch, the 2-part launch series about LinkedIn. The first one's like learn LinkedIn for beginners. I don't know if you went to that or missed it or not.
Was it last week?
Maybe it was like 2-3 weeks ago. Yes.
So does everybody have a team name? Anybody come up with anything?
I think the table in the middle is Sailor Scouts.
Sailor Scouts, of course. No inspiration, right? All right, Sailor Scouts, and can y'all tell me maybe one thing that y'all came up with in this group? It's like what you want to get out of this launch.
I think collectively it's learning more about LinkedIn and how to use it.
Okay, learning more about LinkedIn and learning how to use it. All right. Any other quick volunteers want to get their team name out there?
Or Team
Team Awesome, I'm with it. All right, Team Awesome, of course. What's one big thing y'all want to get out of this launch today?
connecting with people we want to work with.
Okay, so learning how to connect with people that you seriously want to work for. All right, and lastly,
We're a LinkedIn park.
LinkedIn Park. I love it. All right. And what's one? So we got LinkedIn Park. We've got the Sailor Scouts and Team Awesome. And what's one big thing you all want to get out of this lunch today?
Job.
A job? We'll see. Look, we'll try and set you on the path to get one. We'll see what we can do. All right. So some big learning outcomes. Just kind of general things. One is how to make connections on LinkedIn. So of course, how to utilize LinkedIn in order to find different types of connections and how to best take advantage of it. Next, how to make your LinkedIn meaningful. And lastly, how to use LinkedIn to help your career. And of course, everything that you all brought up today, hopefully we can find a way to make all that better. So, let's take it away.
All right, so what the middle table is talking about is essentially how to fully utilize LinkedIn. So today I'm going to tell you guys about the various tools of LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn you have the alumni search tool, the job search page, companies, and groups. And you can follow companies and groups on LinkedIn, and this way it allows you to figure out information that you could use potentially for interviews. It also allows you the opportunity to find potential connections to companies that you want to work for, and at the same time gets you up-to-date news for whatever company that is that you're interested in, or whatever topic it is in general that you're trying to follow up on. And so I'm going to do a little demonstration involving all those tools for you today. So through your groups, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of Mad Libs, but I just found out about it 3 days ago. So essentially what I want this group to do is to think of a major. I want this group in the middle to think of a profession. I want the group in the far end to think of a company. And then I'm going to search it up on LinkedIn, and I'll show you guys how to use all 4 tools.
So go ahead and
And also it'd be helpful if you have it all coincide with one another.
So maybe some intergroup communication might have represented.
Some networking.
Network.
Some networking.
There you go.
I know we're professionals. Yeah.
No, just anyone.
I'm kind of.
I got
I thought we're doing profession. Yes. Not majors.
Just to get information.
I would do that. So animal science.
Has everybody come up with something, or are we still working on anything in any of the groups?
Yeah,
All right. So, major. What major we got? What are we getting our degree in? Marketing.
Okay.
All right. Middle group. Profession.
Veterinarian.
Veterinarian. All right.
Okay.
I love it.
And a company?
Google. Oh man. All right. We're going to be a marketing major who's going to be a veterinarian, but we're going to find our way into Google.
All right. So let's see how well that can work.
anything's possible at NC State, right?
Think and do.
All right. So this is Neil's LinkedIn I'm going to be working on. So first I'm going to demonstrate for you the job search page. So if you go to the top menu bar, you'll see jobs. Click on it. And it'll take you to this job search page where you can search up jobs in the area. So the job that I was told was it a veterinarian?
Yeah.
Veterinarian. If I can smell it, I cannot
You
spell
can
it.
smell it.
I can smell it too, yeah. And so let's just say that they work in Raleigh, North Carolina. You type in the job description, or the job title, veterinarian, and then you can type in location, and it'll show you the results for the different types of jobs in that particular area that you're looking for. So here we have a position open for a clinical veterinarian at NC State. And you can also see that Neil has 48 connections that are currently working here. So again, like I said, when you look up jobs, you can find information, including in the job description, that tells you what exactly you need to know, or any questions, or you can help formulate questions that you ask during the job interview when you look up the job and see exactly what it's talking about. So here you can see the job description, which is the position number, what exactly they're asking for, the seniority level that they're asking for, which I'm assuming is like the degree, the higher level degree that they're looking for, what type of industry it is, what type of employment. And you see it's very lengthy. But basically that's the job search function in its entirety. Quite simple, straightforward. And now I'm going to show you the alumni. Actually, no, I lied. I'll show you the company. So the company that you said was Google, right?
Mm-hmm.
You type in Google in the search bar. It'll bring you also job results for Google, but also people that work for Google in this all tab right here. So if we're actually looking for the company itself, we'll click on the company section, and it'll take us to Google, which is a topic we could follow, or a company we could follow actually. And if you click on it, we could follow it, and we also have the opportunity to see any jobs that they're currently offering through Google. And as you can see, there's 1,053 job postings through Google, but I don't think a veterinarian would really be a necessary component for a Google company. And unfortunately, no, there are no jobs for a veterinarian at Google. And so I'll also show you groups. So let's just say that you're looking for a general job. There's a group called Career Explorer. And you go to groups here. You'll find this LinkedIn group called Career Explorer, which you could join. That'll then tell you about everything you need to know about certain jobs that are being posted on LinkedIn. So you can ask to join it. You can click right here. And then hopefully Neil will be able to join this group if they actually accept him.
Wish him luck.
We hope.
Yeah, and lastly, I'll show you the alumni search tool. So we all go to North Carolina State University. So if you type in North Carolina State University, as you can see, Neil's already following it, so we'll get updates about North Carolina State University. And if you go right here next to the follow button, you can click on See Alumni. And so here, you can search through the alumni, and you can search through what year that they attended and the year that they graduated. And so you can search them up via the company that they work for, the area that they work for, or their major. So let's just look up, was it marketing was the major that group number 1 suggested. So that cut down the alumni from 178,000 to about 41,000. And so let's see if we could find one that's working at Google and see how much further we could cut down the alumni. So as you can see, there's 110 alumni that graduated with a major in marketing and currently work at Google. And here you can see in the statistics bar where they live, where they work, and what exactly they do, or like what department they work for in Google. And you scroll down a little bit further, you can see these people, and you see how many connections you have in common with them if you do happen to have any connections that they also have. And then you are able to click on their profile, view them, and see what exactly they've done in terms of their experience, education, and volunteer experience. And then that'll lead up to my friend Neil, who will tell you how to connect with these individuals in order to get jobs or get interviews with these individuals.
So the alumni search tool is a very useful tool, I'm sure, as you can see. Being able to at least find someone who you have a mutual connection with, especially, hey, look, we both go to NC State. I know it's generally a lot of people, once you find like a common denominator between one person and another, they tend to be a little more warming, a little more open. So it's a good way to really get involved and find experiences through this tool. So let's say we go through this tool like Danielson just did, and we find somebody who is interested in, or is either pursuing something, whether it be like a career at Google, or some type of experience that we really would like to get involved in, or maybe they have a career that is very in line with what you're interested in. So it's like, okay, we want to connect with them now, right? How can we connect with them, get information from them so we can learn more about the area, as well as maybe find a connection that can lead us to an opportunity such as an internship, or even later on a full-time career. So connecting with these people. So one big thing that we mentioned is personalized requests. So quick question, I know we've already had a LinkedIn launch, and I'm not sure if everybody's gone there. How many of you are familiar with like personalized requests on LinkedIn, or like ever sending one? Ever heard of it? Raise your hand if you have. So I'm happy we were doing this. This is amazing. All right. So I'm going to walk over here, steal the computer a little bit from Nielsen. LinkedIn demonstration time. So let's say that I am really interested in, we'll say accounting for now, and my buddy Logan here, let's say he's working at a big accounting firm, and let's say I really want to connect with him. I found him through this alumni tool, and I really want to figure out how can I get connected with him to lead to further opportunities? So let me go to his page really fast. All right. So when you first come to somebody's page who you are not connected with, you'll see these options down below: connect, send email, and more. So one thing before I even go any further that I want to stress is that if you are doing this on your phone or through the app, and you just hit connect, it will automatically just send a generic request, and you will not get a chance to send a personalized request. So I usually recommend just doing this on the laptop. That way you don't have to deal with that. So if I hit connect, immediately it says, okay, LinkedIn members are more likely to accept invitations that include a personal note. Good tip. So you can either add a note or just send now. If you hit send now, it'll just send a generic request like, hey, I want to connect with you on LinkedIn, and that is it. However, if I want to add a note, then I can include a personal message. So let's say we went to a career fair on campus, and that's where I met Logan, and I want to connect with him on LinkedIn. So I may send him a message like, hello Logan. We recently met at the career fair. My name at the Poole College of Management career fair, and I really enjoyed our conversation on your firm and on your specific accounting firm, and I was interested to learn more about maybe internship opportunities there. I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn. So maybe something as simple as that. So these personalized requests are super important because not like I said, if you're sitting on LinkedIn, which is such a big network of people, there's strangers all over the place. If you just send a general request, I know when I'm sitting out and about, and if I just receive a random LinkedIn request, and it's just like, hey, I want to connect with you on LinkedIn, but I have no clue where I know you from or who you are, I'm a little more hesitant. While if I send something personal, number one, it can show me that you really care to connect with me, that you send a personal note, but also it can be a reminder to serve where do I know you from? Especially dealing if you're doing this after career fair, because employers go through so many students in one day, right? So it's very important to personalize that. So that leads me into this activity that we want to do. Oh, my boy was all right, so personal request activity. I know it's a lot of words, bear with me. So what I want you all to do, if you have your laptop, even better, if you want to actually connect with someone on LinkedIn, I'm down with that. We'll be helping around. Create a personal request for someone that you want to connect with. It could even be us if you have your laptops on LinkedIn. And below I have an idea of maybe what you should say. So the first example, this was made more so for someone who, let's say we met at the career fair. So like I said, hello, the person that you want to connect with. We recently met at blank, and I enjoyed whatever you did when you met with this person. So whether that be, I enjoyed our conversation at the career fair, I enjoyed meeting you at this event, so on. And I was hoping that I could join your LinkedIn network. And then the thing to think about is, what do you want from this relationship, or what do you bring to the table as well? So it could be something along the lines of, I was hoping that I could join your LinkedIn network and would love to hear more about opportunities and maybe internships that you offer at your firm or your company. And then thanks in your name. And then the second example I have up here for you to kind of go on is if you went through the alumni search tool and you haven't met this person at all in person, face to face. And then that may be something along the lines of, okay, hello to the person that you're trying to connect with. I'm a student at NC State University, and I saw that you were a clinical veterinarian at NC State, since that's one of the jobs we pulled out. I just did 2 lines. And if possible, I was hoping that I could ask you some questions and arrange a meeting with you sometime soon. So that way you can already begin the motions of setting up a meeting, or what we like to call an informational interview with that person, to get to know more about the particular profession, opportunities, internship, and so on. And then thanks in your name after that. So those are just some examples for you to go on while you're writing this personal request. So free start on and write those in your groups, and we'll be walking around to help with that. And that might help with landing jobs, as you mentioned earlier. We might go ahead and get you connected with someone. So, all right, so go ahead and get started in your groups.
It could be a professor, it could be one of us, it could be one of your friends who you happen to find on LinkedIn. Just anyone you feel comfortable sending a personal connection request to.
And if you don't have a laptop or phone on you, it's okay if you write it in a note section or write it down, just as an example of something. For maybe later.
That's what's in there.
Yeah, that's what's
What are you trying to find?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
FORST.
Oh,
Okay, there.
Person.
Wow.
I don't know.
So we're showing the computer. Well, no, I was just like,
Yeah, I don't have a LinkedIn. Yeah, but I was gonna.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Profile setup is pretty simple. Just the attention to like learning LinkedIn. I guess it's good to
You already know me, but here's my story.
Yeah, also if you want to, there's the Wolfight's website where they record these launches. So I think the launches that are learning LinkedIn videos, if you find to do that, you can watch it and see the presentation and hear what they're talking about. Yeah, that'll help you with the profile setup. So you're just sending it to, you're just building this based on connecting with your friends.
Yeah, it was, I had, 2 weekends ago, and I met somebody there. Oh, I do. Sure, yeah, it's Georgia.
Of course.
And then beach days on. Oh, your phone is
It is. I forgot. Yeah, I recently got it, but I scratched it. Yeah, but it's still trying.
So like you have to include specifically where I meant to send the video. You guys talking about why exactly you want to set this up, or more information. So yeah, you can use this as a general yeah, a bit more personalized, more information. So just don't think this.
It's really important. You should try to do it.
Did you find it?
Are you writing this?
I don't have mine.
Do you have a LinkedIn account at all?
Yes.
So like I was telling her, it's a Wolffight website. There's a point for a launch that's actually talking about the LinkedIn. So it talks all about profile setup, what to do with your LinkedIn and stuff. So if you search up on Wolffight, like on the website, you'll be able to find the recording of the launch I'm talking about.